Because if anticipation is done at the top, the vision and the strategy is set, the role of an L1 is to actually cascade that. Cascade that to functional objectives, objectives for various geographies, products, platforms, brands, and achieve them. So the issue over there is one of alignment. So the key competence is alignment, and those who are identified to reach that position, they are trained and coached on alignment. At the next level, that's the level of continuous improvement. That's the process layer. Okay. This is where new ideas, new innovations, those things are required. So there we say that the key competency is one of adaptation. Now we don't use the word innovation because we feel that other people are creating technology, we are adapting them to the product. Okay. So the key skill is that of adaptation or continuous improvement. So how do you adapt? How do you create a culture of excellence? How do you put a continuous improvement program? How do you develop and engage people so that they are always adapting new things? So that's the layer. And those people who are identified to go to L2 from L3, they are coached and trained on how to adapt for their function. And the lowermost, in this managerial hierarchy, with the beginning of management, which we call L3, the key skill is that of performance. That's where the targets must be met day in and day out. Customer expectations must be met and surpassed. Ever, higher standards of excellence are getting created. So we said that that's where we coach on performance. So if you are an L3, you are coached and trained on performance for your function. If you are an L2, the skill is that of adaptation. If you are an L1, it's one of alignment. If you are an L1 aspiring to an L0, it's about anticipation. That's how we complete the other two triangles or other 2 points of Confucius, 3 paths to wisdom triangle. So I think I've spoken enough, almost 7-8 minutes now. Okay, so let me end here. I'd like to conclude by saying that we're not perfect. We'll take questions. We're not perfect. There's a lot of scope to improve. But we also believe that the aim of life is not to be perfect, but to be full. It is the wholesomeness. It's the wholesomeness of your approach which will set apart your leadership development practices from the rest of the people. So we believe that it is the holism in our approach, the way we have constructed it. It's the oneness of organizational needs and individual needs, and then individualization. When it comes to a person, there is no one size fits all. So we individualize what this person will need. Okay, in that, those mirrors, experiences, etc. that I was talking about. So it's the holism of the approach, the oneness between organization and individual, and lastly, the individualization of the plan, which I think are the key tenets of our leadership development approach. Thank you.